Is it hard? Will we be able to check Facebook?
Will they be mean to me?
Open your freaking mouth!
This is questions and answers regarding Marine Boot Camp, Part 1. This was going to be way better. I'm literally sitting on the floor of my closet. And I was going to answer all your questions in one video. It was going to be like a 10-minute video where I answer like 50 questions. But I don't have time. The reason why I had to rush was because Boxfire is leaving for boot camp in a week. If you don't know who Boxfire is, that's okay because I don't either. But he's a YouTuber that asked the question right here. And he doesn't want to be a private pile. If you don't know who Private Pile is, go watch Full Metal Jacket.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Basically, he's the guy that always messes up in boot camp. Boxfire. First off, if you're worried about being a private pile, you're probably not going to be private pile. Because you're going to be going out of your way to not be a private pile. You're going to want to do the best for yourself and for the guys around you. And that right there makes you most likely not a private pile. Don't steal stuff. Private pile stole a donut and then everyone had to pay for it. Now there are going to be times where you are very hungry and very tired and there will be an extra MRE sitting in someone's pack or food at the chow hall, like little peanut butter jelly packets that you can just kind of slip into your cargo pocket. And then the drill instructors most likely will find out and everyone will pay for it and it'll be a very bad time. Just always try your best. Don't slack. That's the most important thing. Question from Big Mike. Is there a way to stay off a drill instructor's radar? Most likely not. A drill instructor has eyes all over his head and all over his body and all over the squad bay. Personal story, one time I was in formation at boot camp. The drill instructor's all the way on the other side. We have 70 people on our platoon. Now I have a sand flea in my ear. Sand flea's right here, just walking around. He's down there, looking the other direction, yelling at somebody. So I go, within a second, less than a second, I hear, "Oh, God." And a couple seconds later, the drill instructor's in my face.
What is our freaking problem?
Yelling, screaming, spit going everywhere, all over my board holes. Fast forward a little bit, and next thing you know, we're in the sand pit. Everyone's getting IT'd, drill instructor's yelling, and I am saying out loud, eulogy for the sand flea. I hope that gives you a good idea that no matter what you do, you're going to be on your drill instructor's radar. Nice simple question from D the Bomb. How long is chow? Chow time can vary. But we gotta have time to eat. I mean, for the most part, don't be worried about chow. You're gonna eat, you're gonna sleep. Question number 4. Another one by D the Bomb asks, what if you don't know how to swim? The guys that didn't know how to swim in our platoon drowned. I'm just kidding, that didn't happen. But the guys that had never swum before, they just got a little bit extra attention from the swim instructors. But yeah, they're gonna make sure you know how to swim, and if you don't catch on right away, yes, I do think that you could possibly be recycled if you keep failing. If you have time, go to a pool, try to get familiar with the basics. Robert Orozco asks, what's the #1 tip? Just try your best. And know that these same drill instructors that are making your life hell are gonna be the ones to put that Eagle Globe and Anchor in your hand and say, congratulations, Marine. Next question by Zypher Dopeset. Cool YouTube username. He's asking, what was the hardest part of the Crucible? Now, for me, it was the lack of sleep. You know, getting 2 hours of sleep a night or 3 or whatever it was. That was rough. As hard as it was, it wasn't the hardest part of boot camp because it's so condensed and the light is at the end of the tunnel right there. Like, oh man, it's super hard, but it's about to be over. Next question from Eduardo Espanol. Sup? Next question from David Soriano. What are some mistakes that I can make that I can end up paying big for later? Don't steal. On the rifle range, don't flag the line. Pay attention. Like, there's a lot of times where you're tired and you might want to zone off, but then next thing you know, when you have to put together a weapon or take it apart, you don't know what's going on. Hey, you're probably going to get messed up for that. So pay attention. Keep yourself awake. Fighting. Don't fight. I fought at the end of boot camp, but if we would have got caught, I mean, there's a chance we could have been recycled. Nothing is worth restarting boot camp over. Next question, ZP1944. Is there a best time to go to boot camp? Well, I went to boot camp, Paris Island, in the summer, and it was super freaking hot. Like I was on the surface of the sun. That was terrible. The simplest thing, like marching out on the parade deck, terrible, because you're just roasting. But it did get cold in MCT right after boot camp in November and December, and that was terrible. Everything hurts more when you're freezing. I don't know when the best time to go is. Airsoft Junkies 1 asks, how do you know when you have good sight picture? Listen to your coaches. These were some of the recruits who had trouble at the range. Well, I shot that deer from a mile away. It was running on all different directions, but I just used Kentucky windage and I shot it. Man, I've been busting caps since I was 5 years old. I don't need no lessons. I've been shooting and placing in rifle competitions since I was like 2 years old. So whatever, drill instructor. First of all, no one would ever say whatever, drill instructor, unless they wanted to. The guys that think they know it all and don't pay attention and stick to their old habits usually didn't do so great on the range. I had literally never shot a weapon before, and I was terrified. I was like, Jesus, am I gonna do this right? Am I gonna mess up? Oh my God. So everything the coach said, I just soaked in. I was like, yes, what else? Great, I'll do that. And I was one of the top shooters of the platoon and kept shooting great ever since then. Interesting question, Harrison Smith. Where do I go right before boot camp? And how do I get there? I want to say we went to the recruiter's office and said goodbye to my family. And then we went to MEPS, I think. And from there, I believe that part is actually really foggy. But all I know is that at some point, I ended up on a bus and we all had our heads down and we were terrified out of our freaking minds. And we pulled up to Paris Island. And the drill instructor got on the bus and said, get off my bus.
Get off my bus! Aye, sir!
Braden Weeks asks, does boot camp go by fast? You're out there, high noon, hot as heck, humid, 2 or 3 certain guys keep messing it up and you keep having to go back, and the drill instructor takes you to the sand pit and messes you up, and you're covered in sand and there's sand in your butt crack and sweat dripping down, sand fleas in your ears, you're freaking hungry, you're freaking tired, you're like, man, why the heck did I do this? And only 30 seconds has passed by. But next thing you know, you're in second phase of boot camp. Parts of it go by fast and the moments go by slow. It's I don't know, it's like Twilight Zone. You're literally in this other world. What I found helped me, and what a lot of people will say, is go chow by chow. You know, wake up in the morning and say, cool, we get to go to chow. Then you go to chow. Then after that, you say, okay, cool. In a couple hours, we're going to afternoon chow. Sweet. Evening chow, you know that's coming up in a couple hours. And right after evening chow, you do a few more things. Next thing you know, you're getting in your rack and you're going to sleep. That cycle repeats. Next thing you know, you're a freaking Marine. Jack Jackson says, any tip would be great. Breathe, or else you'll run out of air. He said any tip would be great. One moment, I've got to get my baby. Hey there, you freaking nasty recruit. Why the frick are you looking at me? Oh, you want to say my. How about this recruit? How about it's this recruit, devil dog? You don't want to say anything. Oh, you want to touch the drill instructor? Good! Drill instructors, come yell at the devil dog! Part 2 and 3 will come out in the next 1 and 2 weeks. And after that, an overall best tips to get through bootcamp video will be put out. If you want to have me answer more questions, go ahead and write in the comments below. Over here you can find other military related videos. Over here you can find car videos, vlogs, and over here, just some funny stuff.